What's up, Saddle Red and Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Today's dope sleeves from Japan are going to be none of these Slowpoke sleeves from the actual Chew series over here. They made a few that were like this. It's Pikachu, Larvitar, and a couple that were like that too. They all feature this derpy, simple art style, and I like it a good little bit. You don't really see things too different from the actual art norms outside of Japan or anywhere like that. Like typically in the States, we don't get anything cool like that. I like the different stuff. It's just little instances like that. You pick up things from Japan or the Japanese market, and you have little unique things in your collection. Lots and lots of sleeves are like that too. Speaking of the Japanese market, let's talk about that for a little bit. First, I appreciate everybody hanging out, everybody actually checking out stuff and just, hanging out on the channel. I do apologize for the weird upload schedules. I'll be uploading at like weird different times, like in the morning or anything like that, or just like not like skipping a day. I'm definitely trying not to do that, man. I'm just telling you, it's not getting easier at work, and fucking people are not getting any smarter. I'm just telling you right now, it's just getting dumb. Gotta figure out a couple things with my schedule, and I'm gonna try. But I do really appreciate everybody hanging out, just talking, leaving comments, doing all that stuff, killing it. It's still going super well, and I appreciate everybody who's doing that stuff too. Just bear with me whenever things are getting a little weird. I promise you I'll be back. Let's talk about the Japanese market. A lot of my counterparts, whether they be on YouTube, on Instagram, podcasts, or anything like that, they're weighing in on the Japanese Pokemon card market, where it's actually going, what you should be buying, what you should be selling, and I'm sure you've seen the videos right now. People are talking about them all over. And look, I don't disagree with like some of the things people are saying or anything. I'm just here to put out a perspective of an average person still trying to collect the Japanese market of Pokemon cards outside of Japan. And that's what I think a lot of people who watch this channel will generally fall into. So a lot of people have noticed, and they're saying that there's like a crash going on in Japan. There's like an actual Pokemon card crash where a lot of card prices are declining. And I will say, I have noticed that for a few cards that were especially hyped, and certain archetypes of cards, I've definitely seen that where they are going down. Dude, fucking 151 in Japanese, that like, dude, those SAR cards have dropped a good little bit. Erica's not the biggest, baddest bitch in like fucking Pokemon cards anymore. She's dropped a good little bit as well. Still a beautiful card. I still need to pick one up. I'll get one eventually, but like Jesus Christ, like that, the actual price drops of that, while the product has generally kind of remained the same. Like it kind of seems product is king is going to kind of be the motto going forward with Japan, in my personal opinion, because people actually have those boxes. People are going to want to actually hold on to them for a good little bit, and that seems to be how it is in English, and people are going to emulate that best they can. I have noticed like how like the illustrator rares and like the character cards and all that stuff, you know how like VMAX Climax or Incandescent Arcane or some of those, bro, some of those cards have dropped hard, and it was because they were hyped. It was something that was just ridiculous. There's people fucking coming out there like, oh yeah, fucking Alicia needs to beat this price over here. Blah, 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 blah. I'm betting this card's going to be... And I mean, sure, there is a little bit of that. There's popular characters and things, but like the price some of that shit was going for was not necessary, and it definitely reflects with how it's looking for now. Some of the full art trainers have gone down a good little bit. And in my personal opinion, that has a lot to do with people genuinely aren't interested in that type of card. Anyway, people are interested in money all goddamn day, and they'll definitely pick up trainers here and there where they want to. But believe you me, from someone who was collecting Japanese full art trainers back in the day, when they were like $10, $15 each, and before the stupid hype happened, whether that's the Chinese market, the Japanese market, our market, people just all interchanging and trying to like make money off them best they can. Bro, no one was interested in those. Not to that degree anyway. There are people that still liked them. I still think they're fucking beautiful. It's just crazy how much that changed. And I think people truly forget how cheap they used to be. Like, they used to be dirt cheap. Even the really good ones, such as like Lilies and some of the other ones, like the waifu cards or any of the other cards they're going for. Right now, it kind of seems like people are just not super interested in some of them. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them have not moved. Some of them, in fact, have kind of gone up for that. Like any of like the XY, best of XY, or some of the very specific ones in that time frame actually have gone up a good little bit. Like Hex Maniac, don't even fucking get me started about that card. Ridiculous. Karen's pretty up there. Teammates of all cards was like going nuts. And it's one of those cards too. I mean, it's a fantastic card, but XY is really, in my personal opinion, just exploding right now. People are getting into that, and they're kind of holding on to those where people weren't super interested in them, and it's kind of hard finding good copies of that as well. Now, what I have noticed is where some of those cards have gone down a good little bit. You can look at the market, you can see yourself. Not here to tell you what to do. I have noticed certain cards either have not moved or they've actually gone up, and I feel like it's more of a returning to normal for what people are interested in. For fucking example, alternate art cards. Yes, everyone's favorite cards to just latch onto. Man, Those cards really haven't moved that much, and the majority of them haven't really moved that much unless they were stupidly hyped, such as Tag Team. Sword and Shield, modern Japanese alt arts have either not moved or they've kind of gone up. Dude, the fucking Calyrex ones are ridiculous right now. Like the actual VMAX alternate art ones, beautiful cards. The Urshifu ones are getting up there a little bit. Dude, Blaziken. Blaziken VMAX actually threw me for a loop because that one for a while was sitting pretty at like $200. Definitely not cheap. But I mean, now it's like 450, 500 for a mint copy. Japanese, like when they actually get their cards, the crazy price differences are definitely due to the condition. They have their own rating scale where they go based off triple S being basically like a 10 all the way down to D. They just use a letter grading scale instead of a number. And it doesn't always super correlate very well to like PSA, but like a double S or an S plus is top tier. That's a mint fucking card coming out of Japan. And discrepancies for that, dude, you see an S card or a mint card, it's like $500 for Blaziken. It's something stupid right now. And they're all kind of following that too. Like some of the Eevee Hero ones have dropped a little bit. Umbreon's definitely not cheap like the VMAX one. Definitely Glaceon VMAX, Sylveon VMAX. But like they've dropped a little, but they haven't dropped a whole lot. In fact, like the Rayquaza, dude, the Rayquaza VMAX one blew my fucking mind. That one is outrageous for what it is. Like looking at like $1,700 to $2,000. And yes, you can get it for this price in Japan. Yes, if you can actually find someone in Japan willing to sell it for that price. I kind of know how to do that too. Sure, like proxy servers and getting to know people in Japan, all that stuff, bro. Like, I'm telling you right fucking now, like, if you're trying to get that stuff online or trying to import that, dude, it's not going to work out that well for you because you're paying that price plus the shipping plus whatever grading scale actual thing they have. So if it's a little bit cheaper, you should look at all the pictures because you're probably going to see some fucking whitening on that card. I'm telling you right now. I've ordered quite a few things from Japan. I actually got an alt art that I felt pretty good about getting the price for. I got a good little sale on that stuff. I will definitely show you guys when it comes in. It's not like the craziest one. People aren't going to be like, whoa, that's a freaking stupid... I mean, I like it a lot. I kind of missed out on it. It's one of the sets I didn't open a whole lot. I think it's good. I'll definitely show you guys when it comes in. Yeah, Japan's just being weird right now. It's just a fucking nutty place when it actually comes to cards. Like, people are still moving stuff. There's like all different kinds of stuff. People are stepping more into Korean a little bit more, especially on the Eevee Hero side, where you can actually get boxes of that relatively cheap. There's people that are going into simplified Chinese, and I mean, those cards are beautiful. There's so many good ones coming out of there as well. Japanese still definitely seems to be king for a lot of people, where they're actually going if they want like quality and things like that. However, the prices are all over. They're kind of dropping in some places. Some places they're just going up. And it seems like Black, White, XY, and like really, really early Sun and Moon are just kind of doing this right now. They're kind of going up. And I'm by no means an investor or anything like that. Just I've seen people talking and like going like, okay, what's up with this? What's up with that? And generally speaking, people are just speaking about the mass down that the Japanese market is having. Yeah, a little bit, but it's definitely not crashed yet by any fucking stretch of the imagination. A lot of cards are still expensive. Japanese card shops are not really buying cards like they used to. There's just not really so many buying. I think Japan actually went through something recently with Pokemon, especially with like the third-party sales. They weren't super happy with some of them. There's been a lot of cracking down. Just Worlds was just there. People were buying stuff for that, like those fucking decks, like those $250 decks, which were $400 before that, which, Jesus Christ, I understand. It's a beautiful Pikachu promo with, like, Miraidon, Koraidon, but fuck me, dude. Is it really that worth it to y'all? Do y'all really think that's worth $400 fucking dollars? I mean, I guess so, for a $40 box. It's so weird what people are just willing to, like, just be like, yeah, that's fucking good for me, like, that's a fucking investment. Oh, but the Japanese market is down. Like, it's weird. It's like the same people. The same people are saying both those things at the same time, too. Like, it's down. It's fucking down. I'm buying the dip, and the dip's, like, fucking gonna go right back up. Which is crazy, because, like, you're telling people about a crash, supposedly, and then you're like, I'm buying all this shit, when, like, I don't know, man. It's fucking goofy to me. It's like people know something that, like, other people don't. Or they're betting that it's going to dip ever so slightly and then shoot right fucking back up, which is a possibility. But I don't think it's going to happen with some cards. I think genuine interest is what's going to start taking precedence for some people. That's all I got. Just wanted to discuss it. Like, definitely some cards are down. If you go shopping around, you'll see them. Some cards are up. They're ridiculously up. Like, fucking certain PSA 10s are, like, way, way down because of that grading scale. Certain ones are up. and they're not really moving at all either. Like in price, they're just fucking hanging out at that, or they're slightly creeping up. Like fucking Best of XY, XY full art trainers, XY full art Pokemon. They're kind of sitting weird right now, where people are really looking into that. That's all I got. Appreciate Virgins. See you later. Let me know how you feel about that stuff. Appreciate you guys sticking out with me too, and the weird schedules and all that stuff. Yeah, that's all I got. Bye.